Jumping into the next relationship won't heal you, but reconditioning your emotional reactions to your central nervous system's survival responses for childhood emotional neglect will. Here are 5 steps to make that happen from a licensed therapist and certified trauma professional. Make sure you listen to the end because they're all essential and complete in the process. First, get to know yourself by owning and then telling your story. The first stop is creating your own space to feel it, in this case justified grief and anger, so you can heal it. Second, people recovering from childhood emotional neglect often feel numb from walling off our emotions for so long. So it's important to learn to name those emotions ourselves, validate them, and then meet the underlying needs. This rebuilds our own internal locus of control so we can begin leaving our comfort zone and building healthy habits with other people. Third, you must accept that your feelings matter just as much as anybody else's, so you have to start expressing them. Remember, we often feel numb, so it's common to wait until we totally feel overwhelmed before we express ourselves. We have to reestablish those gear ratios so we can express what we're feeling in the moment, keep mutual reciprocating and empowering boundaries with each other rather than getting stuck over-functioning and enabling others. Fourth, speaking up in the last step tends to bring up that guilt and shame. That's why the fourth step is about utilizing self-compassion to annihilate that reflexive shame from the past. We have to regularly reality check those feelings, especially when we're stepping out of our comfort zone, to ensure that those feelings are not facts and more associated with the past than the present. In this position, we can give ourselves compassion for having those feelings related to the past, rooting ourselves in the present and moving forward with whatever feelings are actually associated with right now. Fifth, practice self-soothing, sometimes having to completely learn this from scratch because the more chaotic and neglectful our childhoods were, the less we had space to learn how to do this at the start. Some examples of this are conscious breathing, positive self-talk, practicing observer state or beginner's mind to get some separation from our thoughts, and finally regulating your central nervous system with somatic work. You can find some more examples of this in the playlist titled Healing Trauma.